Okay, hey everybody. Hi, I'm Mr. J. This is 360 with Mr. J. Welcome. We are now on Street 51. We're going to, in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, famous nightlife street. We're going to walk up from south to north and try to give you some juicy commentary on the way. Over here, you want to introduce yourself?
I guess I'm Mr. K.
It's Mr. K, also
Mr.
known
J. Mr. K.
also known as Kyle Horton.
Right.
And he's a musician, so maybe we'll put some links down below in the description. Anyway, we're just going to start walking up there and see what we find, and hopefully give you some good commentary as we go. Let me just set this up. We ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go.
Good.
Yeah. Let's check it out. Okay. Ooh. Yeah.
I would like to say that the street, as much as Phnom Penh has changed over the years, this street seems to be an unbreakable vertebrae of the city.
An unbreakable vertebrae? In what way?
And it just doesn't seem to change. It's very limited in its alterations.
Yes. Over here you can't really see it. We came here in the night because we thought it would be more interesting, or I did. But that's the old Walkabout.
Right.
And
seedy little joint.
which was an institution here.
The one thing that did change, actually.
Over there's the old
exception that proves
Walkabout.
the rule.
Huh?
The exception that proves the rule.
Is what?
This place. It's the only thing that changed.
Right.
This closed. Everything else has remained the same.
Yeah.
This place is closed.
Yeah.
So I would say that that's the exception that proves the rule.
So this was the famous old Walkabout where
people walked about.
People walked about, played pool, met friends for the evening.
Right.
And that was, I would say, as I said before, from the 1.0 days of Phnom Penh.
1.8 days.
The early days. Now we're like in the 2.0 or 3.0 stages. Okay, maybe on our way back. Okay, so let's keep going.
I think she fully understood exactly.
So now, folks, so that's just so you remember. It's the Walkabout over there,
which was closed because they wanted to because the real estate prices were going up, right?
Real estate.
How long has it sat empty?
Oh, it's been empty for a while, but
at least a year?
It looks like they're building something now.
A year? Yeah.
But
actually, it looks like they're not building anything. It looks like they're pretending to build something, but they're not.
So anyway, as a reference point, that's kind of where the action starts, if you want to call it action. It's only 11 o'clock, right?
It's 11:06.
11:06, so it's maybe a little bit early, but that's okay. And
that's bedtime, but for a lot of people that's early.
Again, we're walking south to north on Street 51.
You have your compass handy.
Yeah, just so you know.
Okay, that's
Someone's hitting the bum notes.
Is it redundant to say really bad karaoke, or is it?
Yes, that is a redundancy. Yeah, because
it's not an oxymoron.
A redundancy. Yeah. Is there such a thing as really good karaoke? Is the question.
I think I've encountered it. Maybe the theme for tonight.
Oh right. Okay. Okay. Here's a zone of light. Anywhere we need to make an important message, maybe we'll stop in front of a zone of light. Any important message?
I think orders are good.
Okay, we're going to keep going. Sauntering along. Oh, by the way, this place, charcoal oven pizza, it's quite good.
Really? Have you had it before?
Oh yeah, I have. It's like $5.
I have not.
Very good. Katy Perry's Pizza. Okay.
Spelling challenge.
Good. I've had many a pizza here. Okay, Katy Perry's Pizza. Yum Yum Howie. And there it is. Yes, Howie. Be Kai Mun. There it is. Two months before I was here. What? And he's the owner. You're the owner? What, May? May? Oh, okay. Oh, May is straight. Okay. Book a look. Book a look. He's the staff. It's okay. But look at that amazing pizza in there. Nice little. There you go. I think it's how much? Clive a month. How much? Oh, $5. Anywhere from, wow, it's cheap. $3.50 to $5.50.
Smallest $2.50 for a margarita.
So
That's good enough for me to know.
I've vouched. So you're already picking up important information, folks.
I'm picking up.
He's picking up. Mr. K is picking up important information.
Do you want to do Shanghai on the way up, or do you want to do Shanghai separate?
Well, maybe we can ask. Here's the notable Black Cat Bar.
It's been here forever.
Has it? There's one up there that's also black.
Okay, maybe by a different name, but certainly the layout and the general gestalt.
Aye, good. And check it out. The tree has grown into the metal.
Well, this is all Angkor Wat-ish, isn't it?
It's like an Angkor Wat of Street 51. You see, the tree has molded itself into
the tree, how it's grown, friend.
No, we're doing a photo of the tree.
No, don't do that.
This is the street.
Big problem.
Actually, you have.
This
is the street.
We're just out in the
looking at the tree. We're looking at the tree.
We're just looking at the tree.
Okay, you photo
This is the street. Yeah,
Okay.
We're not going into your bar.
Thanks. Bye bye. Good luck.
Nice try.
Anyway, that's
so we actually,
the interesting tree.
We can't just wander into Shanghai.
Probably not. But this is a famous. I'm sure they want it on their video. Famous Shanghai bar.
Yeah.
Good. See, he's friendly. She's not. So we recommend you come to Shanghai instead. I came here several times. They've got pretty good menu. And Kyle was saying something about the Blue Room.
There's a Blue Room upstairs, and it's very David Lynch-ish.
So they have there's a mysterious Blue Room inside. We probably wouldn't.
Live music.
Live music?
Yeah. That's its only purpose.
Wow. Famous place.
Huh?
This is the famous place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said there's a Blue Room. Can we see the Blue Room? Or no?
Close?
It's closed now?
But you can have a drink.
Have a drink?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll walk some more and come back for the Blue Room. Yeah. So we'll walk and come. Anyway, this is the good place. Good place, right?
What is the owner's name? Yeah.
Oh.
No, owner. What's his name?
May. Shmua May Rabo.
He's a British guy.
Mr. Paul.
Mr. Paul. Okay. I
Okay.
don't know why I thought that. Okay, thank you. I met him 2 weeks
See you later. So that's it. Famous place, Shanghai.
That's just a day.
Well, Dave is in the same
I'm
ballpark
glad,
as
because now
Paul.
I can go in and ask for Mr. Paul, and then there's a cultural item, white shorts. White shorts are always appreciated. It's gone. Till's gone now.
I know what you're talking about.
So,
So,
lady of the evening.
squid. In case you need some squid, you've got plenty of it. Dried squid. Hamburgers, street food. Well, we're going slowly up to Sorya Mall, which is an epicenter of
Of what? An epicenter of what?
we can call it ad hoc freelance nightlife. You've got all the fruit you want. Good. See? You gonna get an apple?
No, I'm not gonna think about it.
Okay, maybe on the way back. So,
This is very Genesis. The offering of apples. I'm sure you get one. Tree of something.
Howie Bar, famous old school bar.
That advertises hot dog with sauerkraut, and I don't think they actually have them.
Howie Bar has been here for ages, and good. We're telling our friends. You want junk pew mo? We'll up junk pew. You want pew? Junk pew mo tini? We'll up junk pew. We tell our friends to come here. Yeah. This is the Howie Bar. It has been here many years, and now you know where it is. There is the Sorya complex.
There it is.
And Howie is over here. So, there we go, another one. Okay. I mean, even from just walking on the street, it's kind of the Stuck Bar. I don't know that one. Now here's another famous one, folks.
Means breakfast in German.
This is the famous Heart of Darkness.
Bastion. A veritable bastion.
Yes. This is the famous Heart of Darkness. No trip to, well, if you're spending some time on Street 51, you might go to Pontoon, you might go to Heart of Darkness. Good. Okay. They're friendly. Right here across from Sorya Mall, you can't miss it. Good. Okay? We tell our friends. Yeah. Okay. Famous institution. Maybe we'll go inside later, but there's no light in there.
Back in the 90s,
Yes.
they had bowls of marijuana in the middle of the table like popcorn.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And back in those days, you could basically people would buy joints and you could just walk around and smoke them on the street. I didn't do that, of course.
So,
but I heard tales of people who did.
so in case you, well, why don't we get that, say that again so we get better audio. So here he is, he's telling the story of Heart of Darkness in the old days.
In the old days, it was a seedy little rundown bar. Now it's more of a nightclub. But back in the day, they just had bowls of basically just raw marijuana, like popcorn, in the middle of each table.
Wow.
And but also, you know, I've heard tell that you'd buy dope from the motorcycle drivers. They would just pack in these joints, and basically you walk down the street smoking a joint because it was a lawless country. It very much was like the Old West.
Hey, how's it going? In what, 1995? What was it?
About 1998.
1998.
Very.
Here's my
old
moto parked here.
Yeah, I always
Still here.
compare it to the Old West. There weren't like gunfights outside the saloon.
Right.
It wasn't too far from that.
So, and that's pretty much it. There's
Then we got the gas station, which we haven't identified.
and this is the very
its exact purpose.
well, the end of Street 51. Really, the nightlife center is coming up. A couple little bars. I guess this is the guy bar, the gay bar. I don't know.
No, it doesn't seem to be so much.
I have no. It's called Guy Station. I think it must be.
It seems, but they may not know what they have blocked.
But I don't want to be judgmental.
Right.
So that will conclude. Now we're at the end of the, not the end of Street 51, but
Just
the end of the main course. Good. And I guess it's no. Street 154. Me and Howie. So Street 154 is the end, really. Street 154 demarks the ending.
Here we should go. So
Yeah, so
the tuk-tuk drivers here are fairly aggressive.
what's that?
The tuk-tuk drivers here are fairly aggressive because
Yeah.
it's kind of a touristy area.
This is, so yeah, that's a good point. That,
Oh, so here are a couple of words of Khmer. Very simple to learn.
yeah.
Ote, akun.
Akun.
No, thank
you.
So,
Ate.
akun. Your pronunciation is probably better than Ate akun. Is that right?
Well,
Ate akun.
thank you would be akun.
Akun.
Yeah.
Ate akun.
Yeah, ate.
Tribal.
Ate is the suffix. What do you call it? Article.
Right. I get away okay with just saying Ate akun.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it works.
yeah, it's close enough.
Good.
It'd be like saying no, thank you. In like
Okay. So here we are on the other side of the street, and heading back towards the Sorya.
Come on
Hey.
up here. See you later.
Bye bye. And I guess this is our stopping off point where we rest a spell.
This is where we're gonna have a respite.
Where do you want to sit down?
Any old where?
Yeah. Inside. Let's see. Front table.
Saturday night. Oh, wait over there. Good. All right.
Where? They can't really see too much. What about the brown one?
Try that.
The brown one. Someone else is sitting here. May I use it?
I'm going to use the facilities.
Yeah, okay. We're exploring Street 51. We are looking around. Kind of. You want to say hi? Come on. Come on. No. No. So cheers to the adventure on Street 51. That could be the name of this video. Adventure on Street 51. We barely survived.
The thing is,
Wow.
not on video are a lot of people who did barely survive this. I've seen some crazy action. This is pretty much the dregs of humanity.
Well, yeah, this is
As far as dregs go,
this is
I'm
not
not knocking dregs. I don't mean
this is not like your
this is the
high society area.
This is not real strong.
No, this is I guess the equivalent of what a more modest version of Times Square would have been in the 80s. Not quite. They don't have
I'd say much more modest.
much more modest, but I can't think of any equivalents because the States doesn't have anything like that at all now. Nothing. So, like the States, it's interesting. It went from completely seedy with 8mm porn in public theaters down to nothing, down to The Lion King. I mean, right?
Giuliani.
Yeah.
I mean, it Disneyfied, literally Disneyfied. I think they own 80% of Times Square now. Disney.
Oh, really? So,
Remember Show World?
I vaguely, I don't know, was it going when I moved to New York in '87?
It was going.
Show,
Trust me, it was going.
trust me.
Yeah,
It was going. It was going.
It was going. Show World was quite complex.
So, how much, when you stayed at your place down the road, how much was it back then?
Oh, good question. It's still damn cheap.
Then,
I
at the
don't know
time?
if we're still being recorded, but it's incredibly cheap to get a room in Phnom Penh. So it's probably $10 then, it's probably $12 now. Maybe 15.
No, that's
It really shoots you the pool player. She's exceptional for this particular venue.
well. Maybe I'll go use the restroom while you. So I'm back. Made it back okay.
You agree or disagree?
Huh? Yeah, it's okay. Not mind blowing. Hi.
No, it's a matter of it's comparative.
Yeah, comparatively okay. Yes, comparatively. This is probably the best location though in terms of lighting. Even lighting all around. Good stuff for people on YouTube to look at. You know, they want to see. People want to see what's out there.
Right.
You know.
No, I've watched lots of YouTube videos of places I'm going.
Yeah. But here come some travelers just making it into town right now, late at night.
Thinking, what the hell am I going to do?
Thanks. I guess what time does it actually get going here? People might be wondering.
Well, Pontoon. No, not Pontoon. Heart of Darkness. It's going about midnight onward. Pontoon, probably 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Oh, so midnight.
Pontoon is right over there. Probably should show up Pontoon.
Yeah, when we walk back. Oh, we missed Pontoon. Pontoon is around the corner. You go out to this street here, take a right, and then right again. Right?
Yes.
That's Pontoon.
That's quintessential.
And you can't miss it. It's the big. And it used to be a pontoon.
Really?
Yeah, that's how it got the name. It used to be just a pontoon boat on the river that was a disco that people, a disco nightclub back in like 2006 or something, 2005. And then they built up and moved over here.
And now it's like the happening spot.
Basically, yeah, pontoon
It
is...
goes late, about 4 o'clock in the morning. Then there's an after-hours bar called Pulse, I think.
Oh, really?
Next to pontoon.
Okay.
And that goes till 6 o'clock in the morning.
So pontoon is really the happening joint.
Yeah.
Heart of Darkness is also happening, but probably not the happening joint. But it's, in a way, it's more famous, in a way.
Right.
Wouldn't you say?
I think Heart of Darkness, though, has turned into a gay club.
Oh, has it? So these are things that even I'm learning right now. What happened to it?
It's turned into a gay club
So
for some reason. I think it fell out of fashion with a lot of people. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
But still, a lot of tourists still go there because it's quintessential.
Okay. All right. Another satisfied customer.
Well, maybe not terribly. Within reason.
So in terms of the ecosystem, should we talk about the ecosystem?
Sure.
Places like Walkabout and Martinis and Sharky's in the early days, somewhat, they were places where freelance sex workers would go to hang out and maybe meet some company, you know, whatnot. And they got phased out. They sort of evolved away, as we saw earlier.
Sharky's is still there, but now Sharky's is a music.
Right. It evolved.
Right.
Sharky's is still there, but it's now primarily a rock and roll bar. It's a good rock and roll bar with a stage and everything. As we've seen down there, Walkabout is gone, and Martini's on the other side of town is gone.
Right. There's Martinis too now, but that's just another
Yeah,
bar.
so basically,
Nothing of note.
that whole wave, the 1.0 wave, is gone.
No.
Except what we see here behind us and around us is the last sort of vestige. This is a place where self-professed freelancers come to hang out and maybe score
Right.
to work. That's what we have. Good. Talk to my friend. Good. It's my friend, Al.
Al?
Al, I'm afraid I can't do that,
What are
Dave.
you doing, Mr. J? Why are you in this district, Mr. J?
I don't approve of you sitting at Sorya Mall, Mr. J. Stop, Jay. Stop. Didn't he say that?
Maybe.
So
Stop.
soon we'll turn this off because I want to conserve energy anyway. Battery, energy, whatnot. But you've got, now we've given them, is there any more essential information we need to tell them?
Not really, except that this is kind of a dark pocket. There are other pockets. I mean, I imagine you'll explore all the other pockets, right?
I'm not really dead set on finding every nook and cranny for...
Well, I mean, there's Riverside and there's...
Well, we went to Riverside already with this. Pockets of nightlife, you mean?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is a nightlife.
This is the seediest. This is basically dragging the bottom of the barrel.
Well, this is... No.
Yes.
This is where...
Oh,
you-
now we can have a
This is the last...
dialectic.
This is the dialectic.
Right.
And in fact, let me replant the camera so we can have a real conversation. This is how I normally do it. I normally do it as a conversation like this. But it's too high.
Top of our heads.
Actually, I usually have a small tripod that goes with it. Okay, ready?
Right here.
Okay. So,
So you would say this
we
is
have
not-
two opposing viewpoints.
Okay.
My viewpoint is that this is not universally seedy, though seediness is definitely present here, and that it fulfills a certain niche in the ecosystem. And your point of view?
My point of view is that this is the bottom of the barrel.
The bottom of the barrel.
This is
No.
some weird Shark Tank of freelancers who are probably strung out on drugs. There's a high risk factor for a variety of reasons that you don't find even. There's more activity, yes, on Riverside, but it's a little bit more trustworthy. People are identified, they can be connected, they can be linked to a bar or.
Oh, well, you're talking about bar girls.
Yes.
So that we're talking.
I'm also talking about the
I'm saying,
clientele.
okay,
People
but
that
I'm
frequent-
saying this is the last vestige of freelance working.
Right, which makes it the bottom of the barrel.
Well,
Freelance working is always the bottom.
what it really is more like a thrift store. You
Right.
find great quality items and
Right. What's
So-
a thrift store as far as shopping is concerned? It's the bottom of the barrel.
No,
You go
it's
to
not.
Macy's, and you go, well, what?
a thrift store is a qualitatively different experience
Right.
where it is unique, sort of one of a kind. You don't know what you'll get. You sometimes find amazing gems. People have found Van Gogh paintings in thrift stores.
Indeed.
You know,
But for a shopping experience, a thrift store is a polar opposite to a high-end department store.
yes.
This is the opposite of a high-end department store.
Right.
Therefore, okay, so I'm using the nomenclature or I forgot the word because I'm very, very tired.
Well, what
So I'm just saying bottom of the barrel.
I mean,
not in
it's-
a bad way.
I would say it extends down to the bottom of the barrel, but it's not all bottom of the barrel.
Right. But as a place, as a motif, it's kind of the bottom of the barrel.
Okay, but anyway, aside from that, it's an entertainment area,
Right.
and it's the last concentrated vestige of freelance activity.
It's the bottom of the barrel.
Unless you go to street meat. That's actually the bottom of the
that's the
barrel.
bottom of the barrel, but is that concentrated in any particular area?
It's concentrated in zones. Like if you go to Wat Phnom,
Okay, see, I don't know.
around the ring of Wat Phnom, and I don't even. How do I know? Because you see them when you ride around. That's where the freelance working girls are on the street.
Okay, so that would be the bottom of the barrel.
This is the last formalized geographical point.
Right.
She's super skinny.
Dude, we'll have that conversation at another
No,
point.
I mean that's I think almost like anorexic.
See, I like that.
Okay, that's your taste.
I like that no one. I like that no one likes the same thing I like because that means I have less competition for what I like.
It's all yours. That's like saying to me, I'm glad nobody else likes Prahok. I can have all I want. Oh yes. Oh yeah, take it.
Indeed.
Or I'm glad no one else likes head cheese. Oh,
It's all mine.
be my guest.
Because I've had this conversation many times with many different men,
Yeah.
and they always say the same thing. They like it. Well, what's interesting about this?
No, I'm not commenting even on a sexual level. I'm just saying I objectively I think she's anorexic.
Well, I don't think she.
Okay, so
But the interesting thing is like women think that they have to be super skinny, right? They
Often.
think that's the expectation of men.
Except for
However,
Adele.
when I talk to
it's chubby.
right, she hasn't been sexualized. When I talk to other men,
And there, folks, there you have it. And there's a whole posse going after them. What is with the posse? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
when I talk to other men,
It's a posse. What's going on with that?
when I talk to other men, they
Yeah.
always want heavier girls. So I think I don't know where this myth comes from that men prefer skinnier women because all the men I know prefer fuller. What's the app?
They call it voluptuous.
Yeah. All the men I know like fuller figured women. So I don't understand why women think that men prefer thinner women. That hasn't been my experience talking to other men.
Yeah.
She was also bow-legged.
She's also bow-legged, and you like that. Okay, so that's really that's
Big
like
way.
that's like
And that's getting edited out. I want final approval.
I'm not gonna. Let's wind that. I'm not gonna scour through 2 hours of this. So come on, be accountable for yourself a little bit.
I'll scour for 2 hours.
Oh, okay,
Don't
let's
be
go.
edited.
Okay, I'll keep my eye out for. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. Anyway, that's our differing viewpoint. Is that
all have
your initial viewpoint was that this is the bottom of the barrel,
But then
and my point of view is it extends to the bottom, but it also has levels that are here. I think. Well, what?
A lot of that has to do with clientele too.
What do you mean?
As far as bottom of the barrel goes, the disenfranchised gravitate. The beers are always like 75 cents.
It's a socioeconomic thing too.
Right.
The other, okay, we never thoroughly exhausted the other point you were going to say, which is, I think he was waiting to take a leak. That's why he's waiting for his friend to come back. He was dying for a
The
piss.
whole leaning thing was kind of strange.
Well, I think he was leaning out of pain of his bladder.
I just wish he'd leaned the other way.
Yeah. Lean on me when your bladder's about to explode.
Right.
Isn't that
I
how?
want to edit that out.
And we never formally completed the entire other segment, which is the next grade, if you want to call it up, is going to hostess bars.
Right.
The reason it's another socio-economic step up is there are certain costs attached.
Right. Well, first of all, beers are twice the price.
Beers are twice because you have to pay for they need a shop. They have a club. They have a venue. And
Are you saying this is not a venue?
this is open air. This is freelance.
No, no, as far as the beer prices, this is a venue.
Well, but I don't. So
Did it die out?
it died out, but we're going. Just to reiterate, we're talking about the hostess bar situation, which represents another socioeconomic strata, and visiting or local gentlemen and women. Actually, I've seen women go to hostess bars who want to take a hostess or host. In the case of some women I know who have, they need to pay what's called a bar fine. So you must pay a bar fine, which I think is $15 or something. Isn't it?
I think it's more than that now.
Is it more?
This is off or not off?
Now it's on.
Okay, it's on?
It's rolling. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So watch your tongue.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I haven't.
20? I want to say 20.
Maybe I have no clue. That wouldn't surprise me if it's 20. It's got to be more than 10 for sure.
Yeah,
So let's say it's $15 to $20. That is the service fee to invite the hostess away from the pub.
right.
And by the way, they don't just automatically go with any guy.
Right.
They have a rapport, and they often do decline, or they say I'm busy or I can't. So it's not like a slave.
Right.
Now that I'm not defending it. People can go and dissect that whole world. It's another subject. But what I'm saying is they are voluntarily going or not. When they leave, the customer, the visiting guy or whatever, must pay a fine as a service fee to take the hostess away. Then on top of that, you need to actually provide the hostess with her consideration fee, which
I think that's what it's called, a consideration.
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to be nice. You know?
CL.
Yeah, whatever it's called. I think it's actually like $50 now, $30 to $50 on hostess bars. No.
To be completely honest with you, I actually haven't done it.
I have to say that when I first came to Phnom Penh, I did liaise, but that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a line. I've only heard from my friends, but as far as I know, the whole price just keeps climbing. I think $50 to $100.
Really? So hostess bars are much okay.
Well, it's commensurate with Bangkok. Bangkok is somewhere along this.
Oh, really? Because previously it used to be, more affordable. So, okay, good for them because they pocket the money.
Right.
The hostess, when she goes and with the customers, the bar keeps the bar fine, it's called.
Right.
the hostess keeps her own money. So the poor girl from the countryside could be raking in a lot of money. And I've seen them get married and go and live in Sweden, and I'm still in touch with
Or they
one.
stay here, or either way, they're buying land and houses for their family.
Yeah, I mean
And that's the thing, is the judgment comes down so hard on these poor girls that the ethical judgment is like, oh, they should not be in this line of work and work at 7-Eleven for $20 a month or whatever.
well, that's why I said it's another subject for discussion, because it's a huge topic. A lot
the
of
morality is very gray.
morality, ethics, feminism, all these things that go into it. Some of the women, it's like, I knew working girls, sex workers in San Francisco, and people seem to have no problem with sex workers, women in San Francisco doing it. They think, oh, they're so empowered.
Right.
Why is it suddenly different? Or Europe, or Nevada.
Yeah.
Why is it suddenly different here? People assume, oh, they're slaves and they're doing it against their will, but not in a hostess bar. Okay, bye, 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 bye. We're just talking to that guy over there. Yeah.
You're a loud motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why we said bye bye. Don't worry. It was like he was revving that thing up a little too long. It's like, anyway. So that's it. Oh, and so there are other strata. You know, beyond. There he goes, the moron. He thinks he's Batman.
Yeah, he thinks it's an action movie.
He'll be in an action movie when he's like being dragged along by a fucking Land Rover. So there are other strata that are undefined. Undefined strata where if you are, I've seen this pattern quite frequently. The proprietor of a successful business. I've seen this pattern establish itself and repeat itself many times over the course of being here. If you're the proprietor of a successful business, it's common for you to become a magnet for likable, attractive, available staff, men or women. And it goes on from there, and into the nether regions of whatever you want to call it. But this is touching to get back all the way. This extends down to the bottom of the barrel, but it's not at the actual bottom.
Speaking of
Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks, man.
All right.
to make my point.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Is that a camera?
Yeah, we're doing it sees everything though. It's like an interview. Yeah. You can sit there if you want. We're just having a conversation.
Oh, can anybody?
Yeah, you want to say? Yeah.
Hello.
You're fine. You're fine.
You want to have
No,
a,
we should sit on the back.
You're fine.
Hello.
if you want to move, it's up to you, but you don't have to for us, But okay.
Yeah, can we get one jog?
What about you? Do you want us to move?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Where are you guys from?
Oh, I'm from the States. He's from the States too. Where? Mark. All right. Where are you from? Australia. Okay.
What's your name?
Jason. You could say I'm a Midwesterner. Midwest, Ohio. I'm half country, half city.
Country good, city no good.
Country mouse always wins.
Country mouse always wins,
I guess. I don't know.
according to the legend. Oh, she ran off.
Oh shit! You can't do cannabis?
Hey?
Cannot.
You can. Just,
I don't think it's
What about the camp?
well, the camera doesn't care.
It's not.
That's not cannabis. This is just
There's not a line
tobacco,
for
man.
police.
Tobacco.
yeah.
Tobacco. It looks like cannabis.
It is fucking cannabis.
I know, but it looks like cannabis. It's actually tobacco. Wink.
But you got to share if you're gonna share.
No.
May I have one more?
Let's not do this.
Cannot.
Thanks.
It's right here. I'll just take cigarettes, no problem.
You know.
Patients that don't smoke, then everyone will watch
And spoon glass.
Hello.
got to live here.
Okay, just pot and carry that kind of stick. I thought there was
If you're Florida, they might change the law. Cambodia, you can't have chicken soup.
What the fuck is that?
if anything, more relaxed.
I think so, but
It's not pointed towards you, so why are you worried?
Now they're legalizing in America.
Yeah, they're going more relaxed. No, but what I'm saying. If you have a law, then you if you get a 172, it's hard to say.
You know, all these schools,
Red Box too,
and then the best schools take the cameras out. They keep the best teachers.
I don't know. I've been in so many situations where people are smoking openly.
I've never actually. I've never actually seen anyone who lives here get busted. I've never actually seen anyone get busted. Yeah, I've never actually seen that at all. I've heard about it.
what are you guys making medical?
We did a walk. We walked.
If you don't like it, it's zero.
Thanks.
Oh wow! Look at that.